Greetings. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Simple Sublimation. I'm yours truly, Will. We're going to get right to it. Now, substrate that we will be, slash blank, that we will be sublimating today is the sleeve again. But guess what? This is the youth sleeve this time. And believe it or not, there is a significant difference. So I'm going to show you guys, all right? All right. Now, for this one, if you recall, the last sleeve we did, I wasn't able to use a pillow because the sleeve was longer than the pillow. Now, this one, I can actually have a choice of which pillow I like to use. That's why it's cool to have a variety, right? But, so we can be fancy and get some use out of this rectangular one, I'm gonna use this one, all right? All right, and it's actually the shape of the sleeve. So, I'll get the parchment paper out immediately, right? To protect our pillow. You always want to protect your pillow, okay? And once that's down, we will get to a topic I wanted to cover with you guys. I have the artwork already selected for the sleeve, okay? And this is what that is. But I'm not sure what type of printer you guys will be using, but inevitably you will be faced with white space, okay? And in order to just kill a little bit of time also, I'm gonna trim the white space while we're on here. Now, typically, I would do this prior to the video, right? So we could just get into pressing and everything, but I feel like it's important to show every aspect of the process for anyone that may be following or anyone that may see this video in the future that's getting into this art form. And they want to know every aspect of the process. They don't want to just see like 1, 2, 3, voila, like a reel or something. You know, they want to see the entire process. So that's what we're going to do today. And the reason why is because if you don't trim the white space, right, when you go to actually press your design and put these designs together, that little bit of space that you have will come out on your design. If you see some finished projects sometime and there's like a nice little bit, like this little portion I'm cutting right here, right? This can't be more than what, maybe a 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 maybe, 1/16 of an inch, right? That little bit of space will show up on someone's design. And you know, if you don't know what you're looking for, then it's like, oh, okay, no, everything still looks good. But if you know what you're looking at and you're professional, then it's like, now come on, man. You know you were being lazy. You know you could have cut that white space. I'm one of the type of people that, to me, it doesn't matter if the client is gonna notice it or not. If I notice it, then we're gonna trash the entire project, brother. And we're gonna start again. You know, I'm not concerned about what the blanks cost and all of that type of stuff. I'm concerned, my primary concern is that the end result is a magnificent product that was created with integrity that the client themselves is in love with, okay? That's all that really matters. So you stick to that and you'll be successful in this here business. Now, another thing I want to go over with you guys is that there are templates for these things. When I was showing you how to create a transfer the other night, right? I showed you some templates that they had there. The templates that you can create are literally the size of the item most of the time. But what I found in my research, or trial and error, I would say, is that once you use a template and you've printed that out, if it's off by even a millicentimeter, right? A millimeter, I meant, then you're gonna have to either print an entire page more or figure out a way to use an old transfer and cover the space. You know, you're gonna have to get creative. And the only part of creative you wanna have to get in this business is when you're doing your artwork, okay? So, I've successfully trimmed the white space. Now, we should be able to apply these with no problem. Now, when you see this sleeve, right? You wanna notice that there's a seam along the back, okay? Well, depending on how you hold it, it won't be on the back. But in my experience, it's probably better to line that up like that and sublimate it down the back. Now, see, there's a little crease here, too. You see where this crease is at the top, right? There's a nice crease right there at the top. So line that crease up, and then this crease here, right, will come straight down the middle. So we have our front crease lined up, right? Now our top crease, I'm sorry. You have our top crease lined up, and that's gonna line up our back crease, okay? So we're gonna place this just like this, okay? Can you guys see that? We don't have a camera person currently, but we're working on that. I'm the camera person. So we're gonna line that just like that, and we're in the center of the pillow, okay? Okay. Now, I'm gonna take the first portion of the artwork, all right? Let's see, how does this go? Okay. And I'm gonna line it up the way I'd like it to appear. So I'm just gonna place that like that. Newbies and anyone else that is following, if you at this time would like to use tape, this is the time where you would get out your tape. I am Mr. Invisible Tape, so you won't be seeing me use that. However, I will be very, very, very meticulous in my placement of this, okay? I'll be doing this with care. So I'll take the next portion that we cut the white space off of, remember? And we're just gonna line it up. I like to go right up under it, right? Because it creates a nice effect. Go right up under it, okay? Now, parchment paper, right? Let's see, we got the parchment paper right here. And you can do like that sometimes. Make sure it's the length of whatever job that you're doing. But my acronym is ESG, something else that's proprietary, that's mine. You want to cover this ever so gently because you don't want anything to move. You don't want anything that you've already placed to move, okay? All right. Now, as you can see, I moved it a little bit, but what that actually is the top portion of that movement. So now that we have everything placed the way we like it to, and for all of you that are using tape, hopefully by now you've applied your tape, okay? We're gonna come down, make sure that your press is at the optimal time and temp for your particular press. All presses are built different. They run on Fahrenheit, some of them run on Celsius. This one happens to be a Celsius press, so we're gonna come down 45 seconds, 184 degrees Celsius. And don't ask me why that's the number. For some reason, when I was troubleshooting this one, that's just what worked. I tried 200 and it almost set the house on fire at that time. The office that I was using at that time, it actually set the office portion of the house on fire almost. It was crazy. But anyway, I found that 184 works. And I also have a very nice set temperature for this one also. This is my 15 by 15 Transpo Pro. This is what I actually started the business with, is that one right there. Literally that one. I don't want to get into like numbers and all of that corny stuff, but like I made an attorney's salary the first year doing that, right? What they would make out of college, okay, with that machine. All right, that annoying little beep would indicate that this is ready. So we're gonna come up gently, even though that didn't seem gently, it was though. All right, give it a little bit of time, let it cool, let everything breathe, let the colors coagulate. You know, sublimation, if for those of you that don't know, it's a gaseous ink that's released through heat, okay? And so once that heat is applied, typically you'll see some type of little vapor come up, some type of smoke come up off of the side. That's a great indication that your image is transferring 100%, all right? So, because we want to do the other side, I'm not going to show you guys. I like showing everything at the end, you know, so I'm just really going to flip this over, change that parchment paper, and we're going to get into it. Wow. If you can smell that, like, it smells like money, like what it's supposed to smell like. I'm not going to lie to you. It smells amazing. So, all right, we'll just place that right there for now. And I'm going to place another sheet of parchment paper down. We're actually going to use that same sheet that we had covering the top, because I am a firm proponent, a staunch proponent, you understand, of reusing what you can. If that paper just cooked a little bit and there's no ink transferred on it, by all means, put it back under there again. Save you $1 or $2, all right? So we're gonna flip this over and we're gonna use the same process, right? Make sure the seam at the top is in line. with the seam in the middle. Or as my West Indians say, N.I. nigga. Alright, so I'm just straightening this out because we want like a nice even press. I see that there was a slight crease there. So we're just gonna make sure that we take care of that in the best way that we can. Alright? Another thing, you guys, that I haven't been doing, that I should be doing, and I should be showing the newbies to do, is to lint roll your items. Now, the only reason you haven't been seeing me do that is typically I haven't been doing fabric products. I've been doing products that are like MDF, they're, what do you call it? Everything that you can sublimate on metal, all of that type of stuff. Unisub products, that's the word I was looking for, right? But, because typically you only have to do that when you have these type of items. But it's always good to just lint roll first and afterwards, especially when you're using these products. And even though sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, even sometimes when you have the MDF, the wood products or the Unisub products, you still want to lint roll those too after you take the plastic overlay off, because whatever dust is in the air, it will collect on there. If you don't lint roll it prior to you pressing, once you press, all of that stuff is there. You know, it is there, my friend. So I'm gonna take the next portion, once again, that we cut the white space from. I'm gonna place it right under there, the way I would like to see it appear, right? All right, here we go. Once again, good old parchment paper. And we are going to ESG it ever so gently. Just lay it there. All right. If you like me, sometimes you can just firm it out over your substrate. All right. 184 degrees Celsius for 45 seconds. And it should smell like moolah in a second. Hope everyone is enjoying their evening. Seems that this week is flying by pretty rapidly. And it is the first of the month. So all of you guys that don't pay mortgages, hopefully you were able to pay your rent today. If not, hopefully you're gonna get it paid this week, because these landlords, they not playing. This press is hot, but the landlords, they cold, brother. So yeah, man, everybody just keep God first, man. And we're gonna work it out. We got 10 seconds left, and we will do the grand reveal. And I'll let you guys get on your way. I just want to thank you once again for stopping by, spending a little bit of time with yours truly. Okay, here's the beat. So we're gonna come up what I like to consider gently. All right, let it breathe for a second. Now, yesterday when I did the adult sleeve, there was a rubber inlet, right, just around the rim that makes it like adhere to your arm. That piece right there, if you like, you can always put a piece of parchment paper in prior to you pressing. I don't really, for me, it is what it is. I haven't had it stick on me, but the responsible thing to do, since I'm trying to teach you guys the responsible way to do this stuff, would be to just place something in there just in case. You always want to be safe and not sorry. Sorry costs you dollars in this business. So, all right, I'm gonna move the top sheet of parchment paper, which, if you guys will pay attention, what are we gonna do with this? There you go, we're gonna reuse it. All right, now, my other phrase is to lift and not shift. So I'll just place my finger in the middle. Whatever side comes up first, that's the side we pull up. All right, and now, the grand reveal. All right, here we go. I'll do this one close. I didn't do the other one close last night. I apologize for that. And as this has a little overlay, but there's not metal. So you can see the inside of it. None of that turns any type of color. But the outside of it gets sublimated. Okay? There's the crease that was in the middle that you see, right? And then here's the other side. You know, nice little Fortnite sleeve. This right here is where there would have been white space. Okay? So that's a good example of why you should always trim your white space. It's a little small for my arm. I'm sure my son is gonna love it. And just like he loves all of these things. So like I said, you guys, and there's a way also, like I said, if you see this little crease right here. When they put that on, all of this is going to stretch out like one big piece. But if you are ever concerned about the crease, right, and you're like, oh, that little white part annoys me, you can throw a little sliver of this that's about like maybe a ½ inch bigger than the crease, or maybe a ¼ inch bigger than the crease, and just put it down there and press it again, and everything will be fine. Okay? All right. Well, this has been another spectacular episode of Simple Sublimation. I hope you guys were able to learn something. I definitely had a blast bringing it to you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. All right. Keep God first, and thank you for watching.